some leeches in this stream. I hope everyone has had a good day so far, and that this stream will make it even better. Let's go for d4 in this game. I will be analyzing the games afterwards a little bit as well, so we can hopefully learn a thing or two. Let's try d5 in this game. Knight c3. My opponent has gone for the Benoni. Yeah, the Benoni is a very fascinating opening, I feel. Let's go e4. Battles on the squares is the best way to put it. Let's try the system with knight d2. This is what Grandmaster Frode Urkedal recommends. Let's go bishop e2, guys, and then I'll castle. That's what I'm talking about. a6 is a very common move, but almost always in the Benoni you answer a6 with a4, not allowing black to get space on the queen side with b5. What to do? I always forget what to do here. Let's try f3, defending the pawn on e4, so I can now move my knight on d2 without having to worry about the e4 pawn. In one game I tried going knight c4 right away, but I think the position after knight takes e4 is bad, so I should definitely double check it. Can I go f4 in this position? f4, knight g4, h3, knight e3. Yeah, I think I'll go h3 and only then go f4. Here, black has the interesting move g5, but as far as I remember, it shouldn't be a good move. Though I've seen very many players play g5 in this position. Hey, Mattestrik, that's a gift, cool gift, holiday present, and hey guys. Yeah, welcome to the video, Mattestrik. Hope you're having a wonderful day so far. I think my opponent walks straight into f4. Let's see what he has planned here. After he will move his knight, I will take on h5, win a pawn, and ruin his structure as well. Let's take on e5. Knight takes, and how should I recapture, guys? That's the question. How should I take? I'll take with a queen, and after bishop takes e5, I'll go knight c4. Ask this bishop if it wants to give itself up. Let's go bishop e3 now. Yeah, I think I'm a bit better. Here I have two knights for a rook and a pawn, which in the middle game should clearly give me some advantage, some kind of material advantage. And f5 is a very good fighting move. I like this move a lot. Let's see what I can try and play in this game. My opponent is potentially threatening to take on e4, so I should probably address this issue somehow at least. And how to address it, that's the question. Taking on d4 is met by pawn takes d4, followed by pawn takes here, so this is unclear. It's actually not so simple to find a good move here, surprisingly. I can go bishop d3 if I want, not sure how great it is. It looks okay though. I don't quite see the problem with this move at least. Hello Pian2106, I hope you're doing wonderful so far. Everyone in the chat, feel free to challenge me. I will accept your game after I finish this game, and we'll finish analyzing it as well. My opponent might... It looks as if he's hanging something. I don't quite see what he's hanging, but he should definitely be hanging something, right? Let's try queen there. I'll try queen f3. Defending the pawn on e4 once more. Now I think I'm even threatening knight takes d6. Yeah, I think knight takes d6 is definitely a threat in this position, guys. For sure. Which is my opponent takes on c3, but now he gives up the bishop pair, and also a very important dark squared bishop. But he has some tactical ideas behind this move, I guess. Or does he? I think I can just take on e4 though. Yeah, if queen e7, I should have the move. Okay, maybe it's not as clear as I thought. Yeah, I can go knight d2 if I want. I might even have to go knight d2 in this position, guys. Choose the passive way out, because if I move my light squared bishop, he might simply go b5, winning some material. I'll go knight d2. Defend the bishop on e4 with the knight. Next, I simply want to move this bishop, yeah. I goes here, but now I can take on f5, and I think I get a very good position. Yeah, here I guess I will take on e3 and go bishop e6, very important in between move. And then I might go knight c4 next, I'm not sure. I can also simply defend the pawn on c3 with a move like rook c1, then he will go b5 though. But then after king f2, his rook is a bit in trouble. Let's try the move rook c1, defending the pawn on c3, guys. Keep it simple. I think b5, king f2. Yeah, let's go king f2 here. See what he does next. If he goes rook e5, my idea was knight f3, so we should probably go rook d3, with the idea of meeting king e2 with c4. But I definitely have the move knight e4, not sure if I want to play it right away. I think I will go knight e4 though, attacking the pawn on d6. And after he defends it with rook d8, I'll go king e7. Sorry, king e2. Then I think he'll have to go c4, defending his rook. But then I have knight f2, winning his rook. Wait, I'm not winning his rook, he has the g3 square. So I guess I need to look for an alternative move. But I can take on b5 and then go rook b1, threatening the pawn on b5. That seems pretty strong, guys. Yeah, rook b1 in this position, sure. Threatening the pawn on b5, and I don't see how he can defend it. He tries to activate his pieces and play actively, that's okay. Trying to defend it aggressively, fair enough. He now wants to go rook a2, I guess, so maybe I should prevent rook a2 by the means of rook b2, sure. I'm threatening a pawn on d6 as well as b5, but now I gave him rook a6 maybe. Yeah, I gave him rook a6, guys. This was slightly unnecessary, but I don't even think it's a big danger really. What to play next though? I'm not sure how dangerous it is to play rook takes b5. Give a check, go down here. Wait, I think it's losing, so yeah, it's a big danger after all. What should I play in that case? I would love to trap my opponent's rook with knight f2, but doesn't seem to work at the moment. Yeah, I need to find an accurate move here, guys. Maybe king f2 is not so bad. I guess the idea is to now maybe take on b5. But you can go rook b6. Yeah, he'll go rook b6 now. I've been playing this a bit too slowly, to be honest. Playing this way too slowly, guys. But rook b6, I'll go rook a2 and activate my rook at least, so that's good. Yeah, then at the very least I will have an active rook. You can go b4 maybe. Wow, this is much sharper than expected, guys. But okay, it is what it is. Yeah, rook b6, then I'll try and activate my rook with rook a2. I think rook takes b5 is a threat now, because he thinks he can go here, but now it seems as if I can take on d6, rook takes, and then I take on b5. Yeah, looks pretty convincing to me. Though he'll go rook d3, I guess, and it's still a bit unclear. Yeah, what should I do after rook d3, guys? That's the question. King e2, there seems to be the move b2, but wait, if king e2 king e2 c3, then I think I have rook c2, which is good for me. So I will go king e2 in this position. I can go here, yeah. Yeah, that's a little issue. Attacking a pawn. I'll have to go back, I'm afraid. Then I give him c3. How to win this position? It's not as trivial as it looks. I'll try knight c7. Hopefully c-pawn is not going to promote here, guys. Let's go rook c2. Next, maybe knight e8, knight f6 is an idea here. Take and go king here. Yeah, gotta stop his pawn from promoting. Yeah, I guess he gets a lot of play, however. But okay, I mean, I'm clearly the only one with winning chances here. Let's go king e3. Oh wait, I'm very low on time, wow. But now he gives me knight e8. Switch here, attack his pawn. Next I want to push d6. I want to push d6 next, guys. Just have to be careful not to flag. That would be a bit unideal here. Yeah, I've been playing this way too slowly, guys. Trying to be way too careful. Let's go d6, d7 next. My bishop and knight are blocking my opponent's king out very nicely. Let's go d6 and then d7 next. The knight and the bishop are blocking my opponent's king very nicely indeed. But wait, did I just give him this move? And what did I just do, guys? Why did I do what I did? I don't know. It's a good question. And now it will be very hard to win. Shouldn't have played the way I did. Too late to cry over spilled milk, however. And now let's go knight h5 next. I gotta definitely get some more time on the clock, that's for sure. Because currently I only have seconds left. I didn't realize it would be this big of a problem. I've been playing this painfully slowly, guys. It's almost painful to watch. I know, guys. I know you're suffering. This has got to be some of the worst converting the world has ever seen. But it is what it is, isn't it? I would love to get a knight on e3 so I can move my king up a little. Try and get a king into the game at least. Maybe a knight on d3 will also do. Yeah, let's try and put a knight on d3. Didn't really work out the way I wanted it to. And this is not how you convert a winning position, guys. Wow, I'm really low on time. I didn't realize I was this low. Yeah, I'm trying not to get flagged, which is why I'm concentrating so much. Just go king h4, can't he? Yeah, I can. Oh, what a terrible game, guys. You have to pre-move God that you have increment. Yeah, I'm truly suffering looking at your time. Yeah, so was I, PM2206. Let's analyze this game. This is the worst game I've played in a long time. But okay. Let's have a look at this game nevertheless. I mean, okay, I think even everyone plays bad games at times here, so it's not a problem really to have one bad game once in a while. And now my opponent just blunders this, and now he's completely losing. Yeah, I don't think bishop e3 was necessary. f5 is a very good move, putting pressure on my center. It's one of the few ways you can get counterplay here. King h2. Okay, I don't know what the difference is. Okay, here I am clearly better. Like completely winning, and I just missed rook f1, guys, instead of knight d2. Let me show there. Yeah, here I should just go rook f1. Bishop takes e4, knight takes e4, queen takes e4. I give a check, and then I have bishop h6. Oh, okay, I missed this, guys. Let me show you quickly what the computer sees that I didn't. Queen takes e4 is now a checkmate by force. Oh, oops, this is, I guess, not what the computer saw. But bishop g5, yeah, using the fact that very few pieces are around black's king. I do not see that in the game. And okay, here I have a clear advantage and should be winning, but should just have gone knight c4, I think. Yeah, that's one way to win. Rook c1, I didn't realize b5 would be as strong as it was. I should have gone rook a1 activating my pieces. I thought about it, but I was way too greedy here. Just rook a1 and the game is over, because I get an active rook as well. Okay, but now I completely misplayed things, and my opponent seemingly even had the move rook b3. Rook a2, this is nice. Let's say I go king e3, b2. Wait, then there is at the very least stuff like this, yeah? And black uses their b pawn to win material. You will wait 10 minutes. You will play wait 10 minutes. Okay, good, cool. I have a very slight advantage here. Now my opponent gave away a pawn, yeah? And after he goes king e5, I clearly have solid winning chances. Maybe not. Yeah, I just thought that this would be very good for me, which it was, but here I completely blundered with d7, giving away my d pawn, completely missing rook d8, guys. After that, it's probably a draw, but if I just get my king up into the game, I will win the game. Yeah, after that, it's just a draw. Let's accept the challenge of PN 2206, guys. Let's try. Let's hopefully play better than last time. Hero does giants. You offer the 5+2. I guess I'll play with you after this game. Hopefully PN 2206 hasn't left. Yeah, he's not making a move, guys. They might have to move on to another challenge. There we go. He finally plays a move. And I think PN 2206 knows very well which opening it is going to be. I'm going to try out the Marshall once more. Yeah, he fought for a long time about bishop b5. Not sure if he wants to enter the Marshall. Let's go knight f6 here. Yeah, it's quite funny. Bishop e7, the main line. Get the bishop out. And rook e1, yeah. Let's go b5. If I castle right away, there is bishop takes c6, followed by knight takes e5. Let's castle now. He goes c3, I'll go d5, and it'll be the Marshall, guys. The ultimate Marshall, which my opponent, I'm sure, fears a lot after a couple of games in this opening. Let's go c6, the main line, solidify the knight on d5. The knight was attacked. Okay, d4, this is one of the main moves. Let's go bishop d6, attacking my opponent's rook. Let's go queen h4, threaten queen takes h2. Queen h3, g3 might be a weakness at some point, you never know. And now let's see what my opponent has in mind. He's thinking, yeah, he takes on d5, which I think is wrong. Because as a principle, it's a good change of structure for me. Because I always have b4 ideas, for instance, lurking around there. This is rook a7 that was recommended here. I don't remember. Let's go bishop g4. Get the bishop out. There are already many tactics. If f3, then I think bishop takes g3 might already decide. So this is the thing about the marshal. Black sacrifices a pawn but gets a huge initiative, guys. A deadly initiative for sure. My opponent goes here, but now I think queen h5 should win some material. Maybe not, I don't know. Yeah, probably doesn't, actually, when I think about it. But I mean, still, I somehow feel this pin is a bit annoying for white. Let's go rook f8, challenge this rook. Already many nasty tactics are appearing. Hello, Chess Logic, welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a good day so far. Hope you're enjoying your day this far. Okay, what to do now? There must be some way to finish off my opponent here, guys. I don't know if pushing the f-pawn will do the trick. Probably not. I can go rook e4. Not sure what good that does, but I'll do it anyways. My idea is, I guess, rook a8, get the final piece into the game, and all my pieces will be playing. Yeah, my opponent has survived this far, which is quite an accomplishment against the deadly marshal. I'm half serious, guys. Half serious. Anyways, rook a8 next. You know, get the rook into the game, and then, yeah, we'll hopefully see a suffering opponent. Now I have queen h3 ideas, followed by rook e8. Sorry, followed by rook e1. So yeah, this is very dangerous for white indeed. Okay, goes king g2. Hey, nice, Chess Logic. What did you say? You had low sound on. What did I say when? I said a lot of things, many of which I regret. I'm just kidding. What to try out here, guys? We'll try rook here with the idea of rook f6, putting even more pressure on the f3 knight. Trying to win this pinned knight. And it seems as if I have a pretty big initiative here. Pretty sizable initiative. Just trying to find a way to finish off my poor opponent. He goes back, he retreats like a chicken. Like a chicken. What to do next, guys? How should I finish him off? I don't know. This is a bit more tricky than expected. Retreat like a Frenchman. Never retreat. Yeah, you're saying you're retreating. Yeah, you are indeed. I've never actually gotten the saying, why like a Frenchman? Like, are the French known for retreating or something? I don't know. What to play here, though? Try rook here. Try and get a bit funky. You missed the tactic. Yeah, that's a nice emote there. I'm gonna have to put my own emote. Okay. What is my idea, actually? That's the question, because I'm not so sure what it is. I just thought this move would look logical, but okay, I've made a logical move, and so what? What do I do next, if you know what I mean? Yeah, trying to slaughter my opponent on the light squares, but it's not as easy as expected. Yeah, they retreated during World War II. You've challenged me, Chess Logic. Glad to hear that. Please tell me who you are, and I will accept your challenge. Alright, let's see what my opponent will do next. I'm a rather curious guy, so let's see what he does. I don't know if pushing the h-pawn is also something I would like to do at some point. Could be. It could definitely be. Now my opponent fortunately blunders, so that's good to see. Yeah, it's always a pleasure when your opponent blunders. You changed it to 3+2, cousin the Giants. Cool, cool. What is EPB? I have never understood what EPB is. You know, I can take on f3 with the bishop and my opponent is just dying. Yeah, that's a nice emote. Wait, is it the Banzea guy? Yeah, it's this. This Banzeus guy. Let's take on e3 with a rook. Win another piece, guys. So now my opponent can safely resign. I'm at 2 pieces up, and his king is going to die a painful death, so he resigns. Let's have a look at this game, guys. See if we can learn anything from it. I think we can, because this is why I like Marshall so much, because you get to kill your opponent so quickly. Really? How do you know that, Matestreak? Have you studied French or something? Yeah, how do you know that FPB means, lol, I'm so bad against the Marshall? Yeah, the Marshall is a very dangerous weapon for black guys. Play the Marshall, crush your opponents mercilessly. Well, okay, I mean, it depends. If your opponent has studied it very well, then okay, then maybe you're not going to give a checkmate to them, but still, it's, you know, if you surprise your opponent in the Marshall and they don't remember theory, then they are potentially screwed. Hit main line of the French, and of course I'm not going to chicken out and go d6. Real men go for the Marshall, we give up a pawn, and then we checkmate our opponent. Ah, you were kidding, Matestreak. Good one. You kind of got me there. I wasn't sure if you were kidding or not. Right, the main line so far. Yeah, bishop takes d5. Okay, I mean, even if the computer recommends it, it's a move you wouldn't really like to make. You've only studied a few lines in the Marshall. Oh, did you study what I played against you? Did I try? Yeah, 92 slow. I tried bishop g4. Queen h5 made sense. But I didn't really... Yeah, I think this is a mistake that I made, guys. I went to e8 with the wrong rook. I now understand why. Because potentially I would like to keep this rook on the king side, so I can have ideas of f5, f4 opening up the position even more, and then my initiative will simply be huge. Yeah, guys, I should definitely remember to move rook a e8 instead of rook f e8, keeping my rook on f8, so it could support a further f5, f4. Alright, here I'm a bit better, but I didn't know how much. Actually, I didn't realize I was this much better, guys. I thought, okay, that I had a pretty big initiative, but I didn't realize that my initiative was this big. You've only ever studied up to bishop d5 and you're out of book. But that's not very far, PM 2106. Matstreak, I think your friend might have been joking with you. Okay, it's a d4 at some point. What to do? Let's say takes. I just want to find out what the black's idea is. Yeah, of course, queen f5. Makes sense. Threatening this rook on d3. And if queen c2, then there are tactics here. Yeah, then there is simply bishop takes f3, rook takes f3. I'm happy to take the queen. So yeah, this is why I like the Marshall so much, guys. Your opponents will often suffer and die in pain. Your brother is French too. Oh yeah, really? Oh really? You know, but to my standard, 14 moves is not too bad. But okay, I mean, the Marshall is very sharp. You have to know it much more than to bishop takes d5. Because bishop takes d5, it's a very risky positional move. You're giving up a light squared bishop, so on the light squares I will dominate you. This is what even happens. And you know you've even weakened your king with the move g3, so the light squares around your king are extremely weak and very hard to defend after you've given up your bishop. And rook here is simply a blunder actually, because after bishop takes e3 I'm able to take on f3. And wow, I missed that I could take on g3, but this is what the thing is with the Marshall. You get so many tactics, but what from my name means that? Yeah, I wonder what you mean, chess logic. Yeah, bishop takes g3 would have been an even nicer way to finish the game. Ideas, obviously, if pawn takes, you go queen h1. And if the other pawn takes, you go queen takes h2, king here, queen g2, and that will be game, set, match. FIW, that's not my real name, just like Leeches. Ah, okay, but what do you mean, chess logic? What do you mean? Instead of K, I just decided to take another piece, and I'm just 2 pieces up, and will checkmate my opponent shortly. So this is also completely resignable. Ooh, we got some more games. Let's accept the challenge from Emanon92. See what he has in mind. Let's go d4 in this game, I guess. Let's try d4 out. Ah, maybe I should try something other than d4. Yeah, someone did tell me to play e4. Yeah, that's true. Someone did redeem me to play e4. Oh, you're using the channel points, by the way, guys. We checked out all the things you can do with them. I spent a lot of time making a lot of cool options. Ah, it's rated. Well, okay. Fair enough. It's not going to stop me from crushing my opponent. Let's go knight c3 next. e4 perhaps. Let's go knight f3. Same line as Fodurkdal recommends. Bishop g4, what? This isn't played so often. I don't know why. Let's try and give a check on a4 and be really funky. This is a bit too funky maybe. But there is a reason you play a6, a4 first, so I wonder if it's because of queen a4 check. It doesn't need to be. I'll definitely check it out after this game. Bishop g4 is very sound though. You want to give up your bishop for the knight. And in this structure it makes a bit of sense, because this knight has a lot of potential on c4. Can I push e5? That's the question. e5, bishop takes. e5 is an absolutely crazy move, guys. But I'll try it nevertheless. I think my opponent's bishop might be getting trapped afterwards, which is why I'm trying this completely insane move. You don't know why you almost always in our encounters get white, even though you put random colors. You're being cheeky there. I wouldn't be so certain about that one. I'm just kidding. No, I don't know. I guess it happens. I think it's all just random. Okay, you could. Yeah, here I thought I'd take on f6 and my opponent's bishop will get trapped. Because if bishop h5, then I have g4, trapping my opponent's bishop. So I think I managed to swindle him a little and already win a piece. But you never know, guys. Ooh, this could be called the Wittenberg variation, guys. If this actually works, this is the Wittenberg variation. Wittenberg variation for life. Oof, what a strong variation it is. I think it works. I mean, I simply don't see how my opponent refutes it. Wow, Wittenberg variation for the win. I think I'm simply winning a piece, guys. The queen a4 idea was maybe not so idiotic. I don't know. I'll have to check with the computer afterwards, because for all I know, it could be something completely stupid. It has a name? Really, Mattestrik, what's the name of the queen a4 variation? Let's go g4, trapping this bishop. Goodbye, opponent's bishop. It was nice knowing you, but we'll have to take you now. Mattestrik, I suspect it doesn't have that name, or else I wouldn't be playing it, right? Anything which would have that name is not something which I will associate myself with, right? Let's take on g4. Just up an entire piece here, guys, so that's nice. You know, if he takes on f6 with the knight, then bishop b5. So, you know, I even have an initiative, I think, on top of the extra piece. I can go bishop g5, then queen e5. Let's go bishop b5. I think my opponent will castle next, and then I might go bishop g5. Could work. Then he has queen here, though. Maybe I'll have to castle first, I don't know. Yeah, if long castles, I think I'll castle myself. With the idea of bishop g5 next, of course. And then I will be able to take the exchange. So this is starting to look very good for me. Not only am I up a piece, but I also have an initiative as well. Well, Opening Explorer just says Benoni, Defense Classical Variation. I guess there is simply no name to that variation yet, at least. But I think after this stream I will have to patent it and call it the Wittenberg variation. My opponent played a decent move. I'll go queen g5. I have a little trick, guys. If my opponent goes bishop h6 and tries to be real funky, then I have a little trick in mind. PM2206 is using Stockfish. What do you mean, Mattestrik? What do you mean by PM2206 is using Stockfish? In what sense? Let us pre-move bishop takes g5. Yeah, I'm also curious what you mean, Mattestrik. Also curious. Yeah, PM2206 and I are both very curious what you mean. This is a rather strange move by my opponent. Or should I try and punish this guy now? Whatever, I'll just keep it simple and go bishop e2. On one hand, it is in my favor to trade queens because I'm a piece up. On the other hand, okay, I might have a very great initiative, so I can maybe hope for even better. But I think queen g3 is just a very safe move to go for. Let's go bishop d3, trapping my opponent's queen, so now he has to trade queens. Hello, Yoav Milikov, welcome to the stream. You can't have a 2206 rating. What do you mean? Yeah, yeah, I think you messed up with the commands chess logic. That's so funny. That's funny indeed. What to do now? I can go bishop g5 if I want. I guess I want to. Why not? Queen takes g5. There is obviously queen takes g5, so that's not a problem. Mini miny mo, catch the tiger by the toe. I don't really know, so I'll go bishop f4. What is song? I wonder what all these commands mean, yeah? So you can go bishop g3. Now I have the idea of bishop f5 collecting a pawn on g4. Yeah, look at bishop f5, guys. Now my opponent's bishop on g7 is incredibly passive. Let's go knight b5, collect the pawn on d6, pre-move knight takes d6, why not? Yeah, look at my opponent's adventurous king, guys. This is not gonna end nice. And especially because I'm winning an exchange. Yes, now it's looking a bit over, guys. He'll go rook f8, then I can take an exchange and I should escape with the knight. Let's analyze and see if I actually came up with a legit smart opening, or if my opponent messed up in the opening instead. I don't know, guys. It's hard to say. Hard to say. I hope it's not me. What do you mean, Pen 2206? You hope it's not you. Okay, went for the Benoni. And here, yeah, very often you play a6, a4, and only then bishop g4. But my opponent went bishop g4 right away. I cannot believe it. They actually played queen a4, which is a good move. The idea is simply to go knight d2 in some variations. But here, wow. Knight d2, I thought a6, but that's true. I can simply go f3 and trap my opponent's bishop, yeah? Yeah, then I am simply winning a bishop, so this would have been very good for me. Let's have a poll. You will get a timeout right after, right? I have never seen this line before, cousin Hera does giants. But I guess you learn something every day, and in this time you learn that you need to go a6, a4, and only then go bishop g4, because or else you have queen g4. Hey, Lemus Christian, thank you so much for the follow. I hope you're enjoying the stream so far. What's up? All is going wonderful. I hope you're doing wonderful, Lemus Christian. Just Logic said he will time out someone for fun. I don't know, that's a bit sketchy. That's not the way I like to have fun. Yeah, but here e5, does it actually work or is it just a bad move? That's the question. Hello, sister Lemus Christian. What do you mean by sister? That's a bit strange. Is it because I said bro or something? I don't know. But here I thought pawn takes e5, knight takes e5, and I have a huge initiative. But the computer sees past that and says that it's pretty equal. Well, I can vote on who should get timed out. That's so funny. Yeah, okay, whatever. I'm not going to vote on anyone getting timed out. But okay, apparently after bishop f5 there is not... Yeah, but there should be some initiative here, yeah? There should be, like, instinctively. Here, maybe bishop f4 or something, I don't know. Yeah, very crazy position, guys. Elam, what do you mean by Elam, Matistrik? Elam is not the answer to everything. Oh yeah, would you like me to call Elam, guys? Damn, there's a poll on who should get timed out. Yeah, I know, Pen 2206, it's a bit funny. It's rather funny, isn't it? Yeah, here I had queen e4, which would have been even better. Because then I force him to go bishop e7. And yeah, his bishop on h5 is still doing very badly, but I also get to eat up another bishop as well. So that would also be winning. Cousin Hellrodos Giants is the one who's leading the poll. What a funny poll, guys. But okay, after g4 I'm still winning. And I guess I won eventually. Yeah. I don't think there was anything that interesting when I was a piece up. Alright, I have a couple more challenges. Let's see who I should accept next. Let's accept Cool as Dan. I think he's been waiting for a long time, so I'm going to play him. Hello, Morpheus Redhead Cheated Dog. Welcome to the stream. I'm playing my VR, so if you have a Leech's account, feel free to challenge me. Oh, it's my move, guys. Let's go d5 in this game. It goes d4. Let's go knight f6 now. Yeah, e3 is passive. Let's try c5, guys, striking in the center. Let's go. Can I go knight c6, or is there pawn take c5 in that case? I don't know. Could be. I'll try bishop g. Then there is definitely pawn takes c5 though. I think I'll try knight c6, and if pawn takes c5, I'll go a5. And then I should be able to win back the pawn on c5. My opponent doesn't go for it anyway, so let's just go queen b6. Are you green? Ooh, Apollon, what the best food is. That's cool. Well, I guess. Ooh, I have a friend calling me, guys. Should I accept this call? Should I accept the call of my friend, guys? That's the question. Let's see what the chat are saying. Should I accept his call? Should I accept friend's call? That's the question. Let's go g6 with the idea of bishop f5. I had bishop a6, which is even stronger, preventing my opponent from castling. But this should also be pretty decent. I should. Okay, guys. Then I will have to accept his call. I declined it, but I'll have to go back to him and then accept his call. Because if you want to, then sure. This is a good friend, international master, who comes from France. International master from France. Alright, he called me just now, so let's see if I can find him. There he is. So I'll accept his call now. Or now I'm the one calling him.
Hi, buddy, what's up?
Hello, Ahmed. Welcome to the stream. Let's go bishop g7 in this position, guys. Yeah, I'm streaming right now. I asked the chat if they want me to accept the call, and they all said yes. Or like, how many people said yes? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 people said yes.
Nice. Thanks, chat. Thanks. I
Yeah,
hope you are enjoying the stream.
hope you sure are. My good friend Ahmed, who now lives in France, but was born in... Where was it? I've forgotten. Wait a minute.
Remember.
Let's try c4 in this position, guys. Oh, come on, where was it from? I had it on the top of my mind. Algeria, that's the one, now I remembered. Originally
Exactly.
from Algeria, international master, he's also streaming. When is your next stream, Ahmed?
Maybe the last of maybe 29 like in 29.
Okay, the 29th of May. Nice.
Because right now I have a lot of exams and very charged week, so
Yeah, school is a terrible thing.
good, yeah, but
This
it's
is why on my channel,
essential, you
Ahmed, have you checked out all the things you can do with channel points on my stream now?
know. What?
Have you checked out what you can do with channel points on my stream now? Let's go a5, hoping to break party structure, sorry?
Yeah, of course. I can help you with.
Nice. Okay, but yeah, now I think the pawn on a2 is potentially weak, guys. I'll take on a5 with the rook, I guess. I definitely have ideas of bishop d3 at some point here. Not sure if knight d7 is something I want to play, maybe. I think black has a slight edge in this position, slightly better pawn structure. Due to the weak pawn on a2, ideas of bishop d3, completely decent position. Okay, queen d...
He has
Yeah, what's up?
a very good knight in c5.
Not for long, I can go knight d7 if I want. If I'm really desperate. Let's go knight e4, and then take on e4 with a bishop. Yeah, I really like black's positions, guys. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Somalia. That's a funny one, Matt-Streak03. You're a big fan of Somalia, but why is that, Matt-Streak? Why do you like Somalia so much? I've always been curious, Matt-Streak. What is up with you and Somalia? I'm not complaining. I'm not saying Somalia is a bad place, etc. It's a pretty cool place, but like this much? Well, I think my bishop on d3 is an absolute monster, because my opponent has no light squared bishop to compete with it. So, ooh, can you see my position, Ahmed? Look at the bishop on
Yeah, yeah,
d3.
of course.
Absolute monster. Absolute monster, guys. This is a monster bishop. I think it's worth 10 points. Even more than a queen. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm also curious. I also don't know how you make a pawn, but somehow I able to. Let's try h6. I don't know. I can also go e5. Let's try e5, guys, and then pre-move taking on e5, trying to strike in the center,
Yeah,
opening up the
open the
pieces even more
flank
for
of the
bishop.
bishop, of the, or black
Yeah,
bishop.
yeah. The dark squared bishop also needs to get into the game. Let's
Maybe
go.
you have to put some pressure in c3 pawn and d4 pawn, maybe.
Yeah, I can definitely go c5 at some point
Yeah, sure.
for sure. To you're Mexican, Lemus Christian. Ah, cool, cool. You're slaves from Somalia, Matastrik. What to do here? Let's go k8. Have to be careful not to get flagged, that's the only thing, guys. I've been reading the chat too much and almost been getting flagged in a couple of games. Let's pre-move captures on c5 with the rook.
I'm gonna answer chat, don't worry, I'm gonna answer chat.
Ah, nice, nice. Ahmed will be looking at chat for me mostly now.
Dark humor, yeah, but not a very good joke, you know.
Yeah, it's good that you're honest, Ahmed, letting people know if their jokes are good or if they're trash.
Mace trick, also bad, very, very bad joke.
What
I
did he
hope
say? What did he say? Let's
I
try
hope you
before
play chess better than your jokes.
f5. No, roasting everyone in the chat. Let's try h6 with the idea of g5 f4. How to capture this pawn, guys? I'll take with this one, surprisingly. Ooh, I'm threatening rook takes c3 suddenly, which my opponent misses. If queen takes c3, I have bishop takes d4. So now
Exactly, exactly. Very good move. Rook
let's
c3.
take the pawn on
I
d4,
saw it, but
threatening
you
f4.
cheat if you I will told you, you know.
Yeah, I know. Cheating is bad, or mostly. Let's go queen g3. In Russia, you know, we apply the principle that sometimes you have to cheat. Let's take on. No, but sometimes there comes a moment when you're obligated to. Take on f1 maybe. Hopefully not blundering anything. Now I can go bishop e5 perhaps. Threatening checkmate in one move.
Why not?
Queen d5, king g7. I don't think my opponent has a perpetual.
I don't know. Honestly, I
But
don't know.
it was a bit
Maybe you had
necessary nevertheless.
you have
Chances.
something better. I
But I think queen c6, bishop d6, and where are the checks, guys?
yeah, maybe.
Oh,
No, man, I'm not black. I'm like white, some latte, you know. I'm like
yeah.
some latte.
Yeah, Ahmed is very white, guys. He's the whitest black man alive. Let's try and push our c-pawn, guys. Oh, wait, now I can try and pin his bishop a little. Do a little Pinaruski.
Faster, faster, man, faster.
Yeah, that's true. Gotta speed up a little. Don't want to get flagged, do I? Not particularly.
Did you bought a mouse or not?
No, I have not bought a mouse, which is why I'm so slow. I'm playing on a touchpad, guys. Which is why this is such a big pain.
Quick.
Yeah, I know. I should try and be faster, shouldn't I? Let's try and get really funky. Try and activate my king to the extreme. Ugh, I gave my... What a bad game, guys. Spent too much time there looking at chat. Let's see what the chat are saying now. Ahmed is probably black. I don't know. Ahmed is... I don't know.
No,
Is
you
Michael...
see me. You see me in the photo, you know. Did you remember
Ah, yeah,
the
you're actually
picture?
not so black. Yeah, that's true. You're not that.
I'm not black, man.
Yeah, Ahmed is not black, guys. Which is
I'm like
surprising.
I'm likely just like you know. Not very white and not very black, you know.
Yeah, didn't Michael Jackson say it doesn't matter if you're black or white? Kind of does,
Sure.
though.
Sure.
Lol. Like Sad. Ahmed, do you know who Sad is?
No.
Hashtag racism in the chat. You're funny, chat. That's good. Keep it up, Matstreak. Keep it up. Let's analyze this game a little bit, by the way. Let's get the analysis board and have a little look. See what we learned from it.
Did you play casual?
I think so. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, here I have a bishop. B4 is very weakening, so I'm pretty happy to see this move. I tried to strike the structure right away, which makes a lot of sense. Then I thought, okay, I'll go knight d4 exchange of his decent knight on c5, why not? Here now my bishop on d3 is very strong, guys. My opponent has given up his light squared bishop, which is why the bishop on d3 is potentially a brilliant piece. And it is. He went e5, strike
Yeah,
the
bishop
center.
d3 was a very good move, but
And yeah,
I'm not fan with f6, you know.
f6, why not? Defending the center. What's the
Yeah,
point of f6 defending the center?
don't know, maybe.
Seems like a decent move to me. Okay, rook d8, putting pressure on the a2 pawn. What did I do? Went c5, putting
Also,
pressure.
bishop h6. Bishop h6 was very interesting move.
Doesn't it give up pawn?
Ah, yeah, yeah, not no,
Pawn
okay.
sacrifice.
Yeah, this is bad. This is bad. Sorry.
Yeah, it never happened, guys. Never happened. Don't worry. How do you come up with such jokes? In the chat, there's Somalia. Matstreak, good jokes, man. Good jokes. Or debatably. Uh, okay, yeah, here rook b5 makes sense, kicking out his queen. I thought I'd go rook b3. Maybe I keep an eye on the pawn on c3 and pawn on a3 as well. Rook on
I'm VIP.
e4. Here I thought, yeah, I'm going to push my f pawn up the board, potentially get it to f4, and then my opponent will die. And then
Yeah, e4 was interesting move.
yeah, and actually I blundered that I could take on c3, but I could take on c3 here as well, I guess.
Yeah.
And here I got very careless. Whoa, and it's a draw after queen takes d4. And here I should just go rook d3, blocking my
Yeah,
opponent's queen
rook d3, man. Rook
to
d3
square.
was.
Honestly, how could I allow a draw in such a position, guys? What is this? Unbelievable. Yeah, okay, it's...
To be honest,
Oh, I had king. Why didn't I just go king h8? No more checks. Wow, just king h8 and there are no more checks, yeah?
yeah, sure.
No more wow. Why did I have to activate my king with king f6, yeah? And then I went bishop d6 as well, and after bishop f4 I'm clearly worse. I'm just down a piece for a few pawns. Then then I was very low on time, so I didn't even play good moves. But here, my opponent let me pin his bishop. But why didn't
I
I
think you
go
are
rook
winning.
e8 with
Yeah,
idea
you
rook
are winning.
e8, and then I think I'm even better now. Very strange game, guys.
To be honest, bishop e5 for me was a very bad move, because rook d3 was like easy to find, you know.
Yeah, I completely agree, man. Rook d3 is something which should be played automatically, giving my opponent no chances of queen d5 and stuff.
Yeah, and if he plays something like rook c, queen c2 or something like that, we have to protect the c4 pawn or try to checkmate him. So
Oh yeah, that's true. Here I just go king h8, yeah, if queen takes c4.
or bishop e5, I think. Yeah, bishop e5.
Yeah, and I
Or
guess
take
my
rook
opponent is not...
h3 or g7, and there is no more checks.
Sorry, what?
In king h8 or king g7, there is no more checks, you know.
That's true, both of those moves, and yeah, white doesn't have one single check. And then
Yeah,
my checkmate threat is very strong.
pick up your bishop e5. Just keep everything.
Yeah, I just gave him queen d5 for no reason, guys. That was unnecessary
Yeah,
as can be. As
that
can be
was
put
not
that way.
that wasn't a move for our future world championship.
Even the best have to make mistakes, Ahmed. Even the best have to make mistakes.
Yeah, sure, sure, man.
This is the only reason I make mistakes. Alright, feel free to challenge me, guys, and I will accept your challenges. Um, Speaking of the opening, I'm curious if c5 is the most accurate move. Yeah, I think it's a... Yeah, here I wasn't sure if pawn takes c5. I thought it'd go a5. I wasn't sure exactly how great this was. Yeah, maybe it's a bit risky because my opponent can hold on to the c5 pawn. It's not so easy to win bishop d7. Wait, yeah, if 8 takes b, then there's the in-between move, bishop takes c6, yeah? But okay, how bad is this really? I wouldn't be so certain that this is bad, though.
It's playable, I think. It's playable for
Yeah,
both.
I mean, okay, I think black has the bishop here as compensation.
Yeah.
One more pawn in the center. But the computer disagrees, but I think it's completely fine for black.
You have to be like precise moves. You have to be precise.
It's true. Got to learn to take jokes.
Sure.
Yeah, the chat is very funny, guys. Let's see. Have you seen them have added the night bot?
I'm speaking English for because if I speak French or something other, I will be able to make jokes more easy. You
I
know,
see.
because my English is like not very bad, but
I
like
agree, English is
we
a
have
very complicated language.
yeah more progress to be able to make jokes.
Alright, guys, but feel free to send me a challenge.
Yeah, man, I speak French.
Yeah, it's funny how the night bot ignores me, yeah? Because, okay, I send a link, yeah? And then the night bot, it doesn't say anything. But I don't think the Nightbot allows other people to send links. Alright, we've got new challenge from PN2206. Let's play this game, guys. Yeah, I wanted to go e4, try that out. I go d4 way too much, so I want to try something new this game. See what my opponent has in mind. There are very many in Norway who play knight c3 and just crush their opponent, so I'll go for it as well. The Vienna guys. Vienna for the win. Tu es noir. C'est amusant. Tu es noir.
Yeah. What the fuck, man?
Let's just go bishop c4, go for the main move of the Vienna. f4 is also interesting, actually. f4 is possible. Completely possible. I think d3 is how you play it.
Maestrik 03. I'm like white with black hair, you know, something like that.
Yeah, but Ahmed is actually kind of white.
Kind white and with black hair.
Bishop c5 is not a very common move. I think it's because I can go f4 here. And then take some space. What did Mattestrick write
Stop
this
Google
time?
Translate, please.
Do I know how to set up
Oh,
timers? What kind of
good.
timers? Would do pork. Qu'est-ce que c'est pork? Is that pig?
Yeah,
Pig.
he told me if I ate pork or not.
See. Yeah, here knight f3 is the move. Let's pre-move taking on f4. Do you eat pork? That's the question, Ahmed.
And you?
Yeah, I don't think Mattestrick does because he's a very religious Muslim, I think.
No, very no. I'm drinking like.
Water?
No, I'm drinking like alcohol a lot.
Every day.
Not every day. I'm like 21, you know. I make a lot of like
One
party.
night stands.
Yeah, nights party, you know. I'm
what
not an angel.
to do? Let's go f5, I guess. Then, I want to push bishop g5 next, queen d2, then push g4, h4, and checkmate my opponent on the king side. That's the plan. Regular timers, you can set it up via knight bot. What's a regular timer, chess logic? Qu'est-ce que c'est celui? Okay, my opponent tries
No,
to
please,
prevent me.
Mace break, please stop Google Translation. This is
Yeah,
horrible to read, and it's not. It's
yeah,
very
it's the
difficult.
Frenchman is suffering.
Yeah,
I know what to play here, guys. I want to push g4, g5, but it doesn't seem that simple to achieve. I'm sure queen e2 will be a good move at some point, so I'll play it. Potentially I want to go bishop e3, maybe even knight a4, trying to win my opponent's bishop on c5. Yeah, that seems a reasonable move, knight a4.
Maybe you should begin with e3 first, something like that.
e3?
Yeah, e3 or e5, e4. Sorry.
So, sorry, e3 when? Let's try bishop e3, I guess. I can prime queen
Yeah.
c3. Then I want to castle queenside, and then go rook d
Sure.
g1, then push g for h4 g5, and my opponent can shake my hand and resign, yeah?
And you will be crushed.
And I'll be a happy guy. Let's try queen.
Please, can you make me a moderator, please? Because right now there's a lot of, you know,
What?
look at the
Funny
chat, man.
stuff in
Look
the
at the
chat.
chat. Look at the
Sorry.
chat. It's not a very good chat.
Oh wait, let me try. I don't know how to make. Oh wait, I think I realized how he makes someone a moderator, so I'll try and make him moderator.
Mods and type my name, Grizzly Man. I'm not. I'm.
There we go.
I'm now a VIP, so
Mod.
I can
Trying to write your name correctly. Mac.
mod and slash and
Did they make you a mod now?
yeah,
You're a mod now.
yeah. I'm a mod.
Nice,
Thanks.
nice. Let's castle. Let's castle. No, I wanna push g4 next. I might even sacrifice that pawn, guys. Just, push g4 next anyways. If knight takes g4, I'll be happy because I get an open g line to use to kill my poor opponent. Make him suffer in pain as his king will be crushed mercilessly. Let's push g4, guys. Let us push g4. Ooh, greedy opponent. Let's see if we can punish him with rook d g1. I think we can, guys, because here my idea was to go queen g2. And what is my opponent honestly going to do? Wow, that rhymed. If knight e8, I think I'll try queen g6. Yeah, here I will definitely try queen g6, guys. Threatening my opponent's knight on h5, as well as the pawn on h6. So now I'm sorry, but the game is over. It was fun playing UPM 2206, but I guess it's true what they all say. Times there are automatic messages that show up. Ah, Chess Logic, please teach me how to do that. Who is he? Who is who? The one talking to Noam at the streak? The one talking to me, him, it's my good friend Ahmed. Coming from the land of Algeria. I remember this time,
What
I
the fuck
remember.
you doing? Oh my god.
What did he do?
Please stop, man. Stop. Stop, or I will ban you.
But come on,
Man.
the streak is a good friend. I don't really want to ban him.
No, come on. We are making chess here, not.
Not racist jokes, yeah. Fair enough. Alright, let's take on h5, guys. Take the free piece. I'm a general. When people offer me free pieces, I think it's a bit rude to decline, if you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Let's go knight d5, get our knight into the game as well. If knight e2, I'll go king d2, threatening my opponent's knight on e2 as well as his queen on f6. Alright, how should I finish off my opponent here, guys? I think we need to do it in style. I think we should finish him off in style with rook takes g7, guys. What do you think? I think rook takes g7 is the right way to finish him off. Play rook g1, get a rook into the game. And then I have a nasty idea in mind. Let's go knight g5.
Very dirty boy.
What a
Are
flash
dirty,
attack,
man. Are
guys.
so dirty.
Yeah, just sacrificing all my pieces and winning nevertheless. Mikhail Tal would be proud. Ah, nice. But how do I make a timed? How do I make a timer? Chess logic. How do I try and make a timer? Very unexperienced with computers. Who likes tacos? Tacos are really nice, Lemus Christian. Matrik Somalia.
I ate tacos today.
Oh, nice, nice. I didn't know they had stuff like this in France, but I guess they do.
Yeah, we have very big tacos here.
But, well, I don't think anyone in the right mind will play H5. What is H5?
Maybe some interesting move. H5, yeah. Why not?
Well, it doesn't really develop a piece. I guess the idea is knight G4, but okay, I mean, intuitively looking at H5, I cannot believe that this is the way to equalize, yeah? You keep getting crushed by me. Well,
Yeah.
sorry, Pian 2206, what can I do? What do you want me to do? Go to the Nightbot site. Accidental castle redeemed, I say something in Norwegian. Hei alle sammen, velkommen til denne streamen. La oss analysere dette Vienna-partiet her, hvor motstanderen min ble knust fullstendig, ass. Han hadde ingen sjanser. Men det er det jeg snakker om, han har veldig gode angrepssjanser i Vienna. Det er derfor det er veldig populært i Norge å spille det, liksom. Alright, that was some Norwegian for the accident castle. I live in Norway, which is why I know how to speak the language a little bit. D5, wow, this is very entertaining chess. Ah, H3 is a very big weakness, guys, because it allows for Queen H4.
Queen H4, yeah. And here.
Okay, do I really need to go H3 here? I strongly doubt that. Let's say I try to play something more logical, like Knight A4. Okay, what is the problem? Why is this so good? Am I completely blind, or what am I missing? Knight G4. Wow, apparently, yeah, I guess there are some threats threatening on H2, threatening ideas of Queen H4 as well. Wow. Giving up a pawn like that in crazy fashion. Pion 2206, I see. Yeah, I'm sorry, what can I do? What can I do? Let's have a look. Yeah, but this is the thing, yeah, if H6 is a very strong move, sorry, very slow move. And another thing I want to highlight with this move is that now it gets ideas of G4, G5, using the fact that black has played H6 in order to open up their position. I see. That accidental castle would be so funny, but I think 100,000 channel points, then you'll have to watch like every stream for 2 months, I think. Maybe 1 month. Maybe 1 month. I think 2 though. Yeah, if you watch all my streams in 2 months, then you will be able to make me have a dating pro. A5, wait, okay, here I played slowly. The computer suggests knight d5. Let's try and find out why it suggests this move. Because it's on a low depth, I see. Yeah, in that case, I don't even think this is a bad position. But whoa, knight d4 is apparently strong. Let's say I go. Ah, I now see the idea, guys. Queen f2 or queen d2 doesn't make a difference. Actually, it does, because here there's even knight g4. But black has the nasty tactic. Knight takes c2, queen takes c2, bishop takes e3.
E3, yeah. Bishop takes E3 is out, yeah.
Wow. So after knight d4, I guess I even have to play bishop takes d4 now.
Or bishop, yeah.
But wow, it seems as if black gets a huge initiative. Wow, my bishop on d5 is trapped. Wow. Okay, fair enough. I missed this. So black had some tactics to the rescue here. So the
For that I told you to play E4, maybe.
E4, when E4?
Maybe in queen, when you play the
A4 now, or?
yeah, E4, E3.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, but for some, but I guess it's maybe not a very good move if I want to castle queenside. So then the question is, maybe F5 is a bad move, giving up the attention on the center. Even though I
Don't
get
castle, maybe. Maybe you have to just to play king D2 or something like that, and your king is
sorry, king E2.
D2 maybe after queen E2 and bishop E3 may have to play king D2 or something like that. If you wanna castle.
So here king D2 or. But this I think my king is pretty safe after castling compared to my opponent's king. Yeah, maybe here I should have taken his idea into a3 with consideration and played a3 myself, but instead I went g4 and tried to attack me. It's very strange how the computer absolutely hates my position at every single moment in time. But knight takes g4 is too greedy, I think, because it opens up the g file. And I actually have a concrete idea after queen g2. Threatening pawn, and here knight e8 is the best move, and I was planning to go queen g6, and then I would later pick up the pawn on h6.
Not bad.
Ah, there is a resource queen f6, yeah? Is this a problem?
Yeah, queen f6
And I have to go back, yeah.
Yes.
I guess yeah, then a3 is a good move, preventing my opponent from pushing a3 myself, and giving a flight square on a2 to my light squared bishop. And here, yeah, I really believe in white's attacking potentials. Ideas like queen g6 are still in the air. This is why I think actually the Vienna, maybe I should try playing the Vienna more often, guys. What do you think? Yeah, queen, this is a very unfortunate move because I'm threatening my opponent's knight on h5, and if he moves it to f4, for instance, then there will be queen takes g7 checkmate. So there is nothing he can do, really. He can try knight a5, but here I thought I could take on h5. This is winning. Okay, queen f6, captures here. And here I went knight d5, getting another knight into the attack. And yeah, I guess I had queen h6, but I wanted to be much more fancy. And went rook takes g7, sacrificing a rook. And here I obviously have a mating attack. Because if, let's say, I don't know, what should black do? Knight g7, knight e6, wins king g8, then queen takes h6. Or anything wins, really. The computer even spots knight e7. This is kind of smart, opening up the bishop on c4 with the idea of queen takes e7, queen g6, king h8, queen h7. So right, guys, the lesson is very clear. Play the Vienna, win all your games in attacking fashion. Alright, let's accept another challenge, guys, this time from EpiB. Let's see what this guy will play now. I think just play knight f3. Yeah, but then you don't get the same attacking potential as in the Vienna. What kind of funky openings do I know, guys? Okay, I haven't studied a Sicilian, but I will play it anyways. I think that's the most funky thing I'll do. I couldn't come up with anything even more funky. Trying to be creative, trying out some new openings here. Seeing how it will go. You don't know any theory? Wait, how come you don't know any theory? Let's go for the sharpest opening, even though I've never studied it. Let's take on d4. Ahmed, you play the Najdorf, yeah? Let's go knight f6 here.
I'm not like playing the Taimanov more.
The Taimanov.
Yeah.
6. Oh, bishop c4. Isn't that one of the sharpest lines? Oh wait, I think it's bad.
And maybe
Don't have
queen c7,
d5
like
here.
Paulsen. The Paulsen one.
Sorry?
The Paulsen one. Queen c7 and a6, e6 and a6.
Ah, yeah, you play the Paulsen. I see. Can I go b4 in this position and then gobble up here? Then
yeah,
I think...
Sure.
No, but then I think he moves his knight, yeah, and can take on f7, then play queen f3 stuff. So let's just go bishop b7. There's so many tactics now with bishop takes f7. I never know when this will work. At some point I can try e5, d5. Maybe push my opponent's knight. If my opponent goes f3, then I think I'll go b4. Let's say he goes knight here, I will go e5, knight f5, and I'll go d5, trying to strike in the center. That seems pretty reasonable to me. There's a lot of theory in the Sicilian. Yes, indeed, PN 2206. This is why I should know it before playing it. But because I'm just having fun here, I'm trying out the Sicilian without knowing what to do. Actually, I tried playing it a bit against my friend, and I surprisingly didn't get crushed in the Najdorf, even though I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just developing my pieces, hoping for the best.
You always play Caro-Kann, no?
I played the Caro-Kann a lot before, but now I also want to play e5 as well, so I've learned e4, e5, I've looked at it extensively.
Yeah,
I've actually found a line in the Spanish, which I play a lot, you know, the Marshal.
yeah, of course. I know
The Marshal for the win. For the win.
Yeah, nice.
It's a very aggressive opening, you get good attacking chances. The funny thing is, it's strange, I'm not usually that much of an aggressive player, but on the stream I like to have fun and sacrifice everything. Just play the Smith more a gambit against the Sicilian, it's really fun. It's you give up a pawn in the center. Like, why would it be fun? I think I would be happy if I see the Smith Mora gambit. Okay, I mean you get some initiative, but I don't think you get enough. Wanna go e5, d5 next. But okay, the Smith Mora, it's a little bit fun. Let's go e5, knight here, then we'll go d5. Striking in the center, because potentially long term this can be very bad for me, unless I'm able to play d5, which I think I am. How should I take on d5? We'll take with a knight. If castles, then I'll be happy to play bishop c5, getting my bishop out with a tempi. And it's very difficult to suggest another move that isn't castles for white as well. Check out the YouTube. Hey, nice Grizzly Magnum. Thank you for the advertising. Let's castle now. Yeah, now I like my position a lot. I have a very nice pawn in the center, the pawn on e5. I have to be a bit careful though, but it's not so easy to develop the b8 knight. Wow, this looks weakening. I can take on c3 and I think I have a much better position. Let's take on c3. Now my opponent will take on c3 with a pawn, and then he will get a pretty weak pawn on c3. Let's take on d8. You win a lot of games with it, you'd be surprised. Yeah, I am pretty surprised. I'm indeed surprised. How can you win with the Smith Mora? But okay, I mean, it's interesting in one way, but still, you give up a pawn in the center, and I don't really... The thing about the Marshall is it's sound, the Smith Mora really isn't. Let's go knight c6, get the knight out. Weak pawn on c3. Ah, he develops with a tempi, that's a good move. Let's go rook d7. I wonder if knight a5 is a move at some point, trying to win the bishop pair. Could be. Maybe I should have gone rook d3 in that last move, attacking the pawn here. Let's try the interesting looking bishop c8.
Little bit, but strange position.
Really? I think just a good position. Yeah, but it's because I don't know what the theory is. But still, I somehow think my position is decent. I'm already indirectly threatening my opponent's knight with rook takes d1. So I think the bishop is a bit bad on b7, which is why I want to remaneuver it to another square. Not too bad of a move by my opponent.
Yeah, exactly. Quite interesting move. Like the best move. No.
Yeah, one of the best moves. I agree. I guess I'll just take on d1 and then take on f5. Didn't see anything better there. Against players with my level or lower, you just developed and mate my opponent, but I played the Smith Mora and got crushed. Okay, let's go rook b8. Rook c8, and there is maybe bishop b7. And now I want to give my king a flight square with the potential move like h6, so that I don't have to worry too much about the back rank anymore. Because I really don't want to worry about it, and my opponent didn't worry about it at all, I'm afraid. Yeah, now my opponent blundered the back rank, mate. What should I do? What should I do? Just as we're speaking about the back rank, my opponent fails to notice it.
Don't do it! Don't do it!
Well, I'll find something really cheeky. You know, in one of the simuls, he resigned. If he would have gone rook d1, sorry, if he would have gone bishop c1, I would have gone bishop a3, rook d8, and I would have gone bishop f8 back. But rook d1, and I don't know. And then I would just have continued playing. Thank you for tuning by, Lemus Christian. Feel free to challenge me. Let's analyze this game, guys. Playing the Sicilian for one of the first times in my life. The Najdorf Sicilian as well, the sharpest variation. The computer always suggests e6, yeah? Wow, it's strange. The computer doesn't like this at all. I thought this was pretty decent for me, but the computer doesn't. Why is it so bad? Queen d3? What's the idea of queen d3? Can you possibly try and understand why this is so bad?
Wait.
Why is this so bad? Okay, knight eg3. What on earth is the point?
You have a lot of. You have good knight in f5, good bishop in b3. Like you have good position. her minor piece is very good, you know.
What if I, let's say I try g6.
J6 is mainly because if you
Ah, there is bishop takes f7 here, yeah? This doesn't
okay,
make matters nice at all. Here,
knight
king
e3 and
takes
I have to
d6.
say it's very very good. And if we take, he lost a queen, so
Yeah, this is bad. Because I
yeah,
obviously cannot take here due to queen takes d1 chat, so... Sorry, queen takes d8.
and they take e3 and
I mean, my
you
name
are
is not
to resign.
Sandra Botes, yeah, so... I cannot do stuff like this. Castles, Yes, c4 I was happy to see. I thought my opponent would get a very weakened pawn structure, but funnily enough, the computer doesn't even like this position, which I thought would be pretty decent for me.
You don't have to take in c4, I think.
Hmm?
Maybe I don't know. You
You
don't
don't.
have
I
to
don't
take
have
in
to
c4.
take on c3. Yeah, that's true. I could definitely go knight e7 as well. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, that's true. c4 actually blocks his bishop on b3. That's true. Feel
Yeah.
free to challenge me, chat.
Okay, we challenge you if you want.
Hmm? Ah, yeah, maybe Ahmed could challenge me. That could get fun. Would you like to see me battle against Ahmed, guys?
But I'm in my bed, so I will be like,
Ah,
you know,
well,
like if you
at least you're
what's
not.
your name?
Yeah, future VCC. Are you in your bed with the girl or? All right. If you want it 10,106, let's try and get that to happen. Yeah, actually, the computer doesn't like my do bishop c8 for maneuvering the bishop. Big Tink.
Okay, let's go.
Is that you, Big Twink Twinky? Is that you, Big Tink
Yeah,
Twink?
I'm big Tinky Winky. Yeah,
Tinky Winky?
it's my second.
Name.
Yeah.
Ah, but okay, here I think I'm better. Yeah, now the pawn on e5 is good. Weak pawn on c3. And then just my opponent blundered mate in a few moves, yeah, so that was a nice end to the game. It's always a pleasure when your opponent blunders mate. I think black is a tiny bit better. Alright, let's accept the challenge of Big Tinky Winky. Let's see what Ahmed is going to play, guys. What will he play today? He's thinking he's scared of playing the first move. I'm just kidding.
Wait a minute, I'm gonna just stand up and.
Are you going to do stand-up comedy?
Bad joke.
Should he have the international master tag before his name? Yeah, you should. Why don't you have that international master tag next to your name?
Just it's my. You know, I don't wanna make international master. That's all.
Sorry?
I don't want to make a title just for
Why?
to be a modest player.
Modest. Why be modest? Gotta brag of your accomplishments. But play. Why do you have a title on your chess.com account? I
just
don't know, man. It's sketchy.
play.
Sorry?
Just play. I don't.
Let's go knight c6, guys. Let's develop with bishop f5, get a bishop out. See what my opponent has in mind. Let's go e6. Can I go queen b6? That's the question. I always forget if I can or cannot. I think I can. Okay, but this ending should be good for me now. Let's develop with bishop e7. I don't see why my opponent would willingly go into this. Okay, this gives him a flight square for his bishop. I'll do the same, actually. So g4 can be met with bishop h7. Let's castle, guys. Get out of the annoying pin. I wonder if the move knight a7 is strong. Then he just moves his bishop though. I don't know what I achieved then. But it could be okay, I don't know. Let's try and be very original, play c4, trapping his bishop, and then go knight a7 next. That's the idea at least. Let's see what my good friend Ahmed will do. My idea is to go knight a7 next, chat. Yeah, here I go knight d7, of course, defend on c7. Now knight a7 becomes temporarily impossible, as then bishop takes d7 would win a piece. This seems a bit sketchy. How do I try and punish my opponent? Or is there a way to punish my opponent? I don't know. He actually has a very nasty idea of trying to win a pawn. Nasty idea. But okay, I think I'll take on e5 and go bishop d8. Defend the pawn on b6. But yeah, this is a bit passive, guys. Maybe I should have tried and find something better, but at least the pawn on e5 is a potential weakness now. We'll go rook e8. Maybe, what do I want to do next? Maybe rook c8 followed by bishop c7 or something. Could be reasonable. Probably. Let's go for it, I guess. If knight d4 now, then I will go bishop d3. And then bishop e7 next. We have to be careful of ideas of knight takes c6, pawn takes c6, bishop takes c8. But okay, it should be completely fine for me. I definitely don't see why it's advantage here. Don't think there is one, to be honest. I mean, potentially the pawn on a4 is overextended. You never know when I will play knight a7. It's always an idea which will pop up. Let's go bishop d3. Bishop c7 or e7. I guess bishop e7. If knight takes c6 now, then pawn takes c6, bishop a6, rook d8. Should be good for me. Or fine, at least. Can you really do this? Let me try and capture the pawn on d6, see how my opponent will defend it. How will you defend it, Ahmed? I'm not so sure. Yeah, I think I'm going to win Ahmed's pawn on d6. I suspect I will. Ahmed is thinking. Are you playing on the touchpad?
Yeah.
Ah, I see. That's good. Then I have good chances of flagging you.
Okay, nice.
Nice. Nice indeed, isn't it? Okay, let's take on c6 now. My opponent's... yeah, the bishop on d7 is also very exposed.
Oh, yeah. I think I blundered something.
Bishop c2 seems to work.
Yeah, I see.
Winning the exchange. Or the pawn on b3, my opponent can choose.
I'm very, very, very slow.
Yeah, let's see if you are. How should I take, guys? Let's take with the e-pawn. Really, I'm now looking for a way to trap my opponent's bishop. Let's go rook d7. I have a little idea, guys. Man with a plan. Let's go king f8, defend against stuff on the e-file. And then I have a nasty threat. Will my opponent see the threat or not? It seems as if he didn't see it. Ooh, cheeky! I guess I cannot take on a6 right away. What if I play f6 and then not take? Let's take this way and then take. So I have to be a little bit careful here. Let's go back and then.
I have like one. I didn't play like 1 month, so.
Wow, you haven't played for 1 entire month. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
something
Yeah,
like that.
school is terrible.
Ah, sorry, sorry, sorry. Can you just please, please? I didn't see that.
Fine, I'll give you the take back.
I'm very bad here, so can't do anything.
Ah, I had a fancy move, didn't I? Did indeed. Let's push the G-pawn, guys. Make it into a queen. Let's
Okay.
queen our G-pawn and my opponent
Let's
resign.
revenge. Let's revenge.
Let's analyze this game, guys. Let's have a look at how Ahmed, an international master, who hasn't been playing for 1 year, was destroyed mercilessly. I'm sorry, this was a bit cocky of me. So, let's look at this game anyways. But is this endgame any good for white? The one after queen takes b6, pawn takes b6. Can you play against me? Yes, I'm playing viewers, so followers, so feel free to challenge me, Doug and CH. So make sure to follow this channel and then just challenge me, Doug and CH. That is I didn't even notice that you followed me. Thank you so much for the follow, Doug and CH. Yeah, just send me a challenge and I will accept it after this game. But do you think this end game is any good for white? Because my initial reaction is that it's completely fine for black, but the computer disagrees somehow. Ah, nice, Doug and CH. Yeah, then just feel free to challenge me. I will analyze this game and then I will accept your challenge, of course.
I need my revenge first.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Why is this so good?
Now I'm gonna just
You're
stay and play seriously. You know, I was in bad and
uh,
in the bad.
you
You
thought
can
just
play
because you're an international master you will beat me anyways. You've played you twice.
let's
Am
let's
I
revenge.
even allowed to
I
play
played
again this stream?
like 1 minute.
Yeah, you might be PN 2206 for sure. I think I will prioritize someone who hasn't played, but yeah, for sure, if I get no other challenges, then I will definitely play against you PN 2000. This is good.
Okay, sure, sure, man.
So let's see. Knight e5. I'm still not so convinced that it's great. Pawn takes c5 seems very weakening. This is a big improvement to my structure. The idea is, I guess, knight e5 and after rook c8. a4. Why is a4, let's say, castle so great? Ah, okay, the pawn on a5 is more of a strength than a weakness, it seems. But eventually white will try and push this and it'll become a strong pawn. You sent
I
the
hope
challenge.
so.
Your name is Doug and CH and Leeches. Yeah, apparently knight e5 is the way to go. But rook c8, it's really difficult to see that this is good. I mean, I'm not even certain that this is a bad position. On one hand, yes, maybe, but... Yeah, rook f8, let's say I played an a6, knight d7. Is this really so bad for black? Okay, rook a8, trying to stop the pawn. Castles. And rook d7 is always met with bishop b8, yeah, defending the... I guess the pawn on a7 is very difficult to win. Let's say I try and win it with bishop d8. Okay, 2 bishop b6, and the other rook joins the party. Oh, I guess actually, yeah, black does get some. Yeah, white's pawn is difficult to win. And in that case, the pawn on a7 makes all black's pieces passive. Knight a7, then I fudges bishop e2, and I wasn't sure what I gained, yeah. C4 is interesting, claiming that the pawn on a4 is weak. Yeah, I guess this is interesting. C4, okay, it releases the tension in the center, but it also, now the pawn on a4 becomes weak, because it's if white tries and defend it with b3, then pawn takes b3, knight takes b3. and black gets an open line to attack the backwards pawn on c3, as well as the backwards pawn on a4. Okay, the pawns on b7 and b6 are also somewhat weak, but not as weak really as white's pawns, so black is clearly better due to the pawn structure in this position. Knight e7 right away was interesting. E4 is very smart. Did you think of that? Ahmed, did you think of the move e4?
Yeah.
Why didn't you play it?
I forget. Just I I don't know why. I saw knight e5 and I saw knight d7. So, like, I don't know why. I played knight e5 like
Yeah, the idea is of course
very
that
simple.
after black takes on e4 with the d pawn, the pawn on c4 becomes incredibly weak.
I can take in
How old
c4
am I,
plus.
Dog, in CH? I am 16. I turned 16 a little more than a month ago. Time goes fast. I remember when I was 15. I'm 16 now. I wish I was younger. But okay, I guess I'm not the oldest guy in the universe either. Like, imagine how big of a talent I would be if I was a FIDE master at the age of 11 or something. And I know 5 languages. Well, I can speak Russian, Norwegian, and English, but French, I've learned French for a few years, so I know only a tiny bit of
You
French.
are a liar. You don't speak French.
On petit peu, on petit peu. On petit peu, oui. Oui, on petit peu, mais pas beaucoup alors, mais on petit peu, oui.
Là, je sais que tu parles bien français, mais là, c'est horrible.
C'est horrible. Tu es
J'ai
horrible.
j'ai pas dit que c'est horrible, mais
Qu'est-ce que
il te faut
c'est
un peu de
horrible?
travail, il te faut un peu de pratique.
Qu'est-ce que c'est un petit peu de pratique?
You have to improve.
Oui, oui, d'accord. Your sister is 18 and speaks fluent French. Your sister is 18? Ooh, that's nice to hear. How old are you, Doug, in CH? You know, a sister which is 18 is very promising. Okay, I should stop it there before I say anything else embarrassing.
Quite very, very bad joke, you know.
It wasn't a joke. Whoa, I can sacrifice the... Sorry. I can sacrifice the pawn on b6. Why can I do this? Because then the pawn on e5 is hanging. The bishop takes c6, I take on c7, of course. Wow, I can't believe I missed that. IR12, Doug and CH, I see. Which country are you from, Doug and CH? Are you from Norway? I went rook e8, yes. The computer... still the move e4, yeah? But here I would move the bishop. And the okay, I guess white gets ideas of f5 with a slight initiative, maybe? Yeah, slight initiative for white, I think. Knight d4, bishop d3. It's very strange how the computer doesn't like this position, but I thought it was pretty decent for me. You know, I thought I'd simply win the pawn on d6. The computer thinks that white can get some compensation. Let's see why. Because white establishes a strong knight on c6. Okay, but is it possible to take on c6? How bad is this? Hard to say. Okay, here it seems as if white doesn't have nearly enough compensation for the pawn, though. But yeah, white has to be very concrete to get any compensation at all. I think the bishop on a6 is also very close to getting trapped. Which eventually it was, yeah, and I think b3 is a blunder.
It was a blunder, yeah.
Yeah, and I have bishop c2, and then I should be completely winning.
Miscalculate.
Yeah, okay. Alright, we have a challenge from Cool Stain. Let's accept the challenge from Cool Stain. But Dog in CH, I didn't see your challenge. What to try here, guys? How do we try and get really funky? The grub for the win, guys. The grub for the win. Should G2 next. Have you checked out the opening I'm playing? Hey, the lamed soul, thank you so much for the follow. Ah, he goes here, yeah. Annoying move. C4. I've seen people try playing E3 here, but anyways, the grub is a horrible opening, so you shouldn't play. Hey, APChess, thank you so much for the raid of 8. Thank you so much for the raid of 8. I hope everyone who's joined is loving the Simon so far. Let's go. Hey, Cheeser Gamer, thank you so much for the follow. Hello, raiders, indeed. Thank you so much for the raid, APChess. How do you give a shout out to people? Do you know how to do it, Ahmed? Because I don't.
Slay Knight.
Trying out the grub for no reason. Be sure to follow AppChess. Ah, there we go. Yeah, nice. Now we gave him a shout out. Thank you so much for the raid indeed, AppChess. This is the biggest raid on this channel so far, and I hope it will only be temporarily. Let's go knight f3. I hope everyone who just joined is loving this so far. I'm playing viewers this time. Oof, I have once again been cursed with Cheeser Gamer. What do you mean? What's the problem of being a Cheeser Gamer? What is the issue? I mean, it's... let's castle, I guess. Yeah, I have no idea what my pawn on g4 is doing. Ooh, really? You'll get more soon. The Lamented Soul, thank you so much for the encouragement, man. Thank you so much for the encouragement. Let's try knight a3, defending the pawn on c4 with the knight. Next, I want to go bishop f4, get a bishop out. My opponent has been playing completely fine so far. Completely decent chess. But everything is temporary, as they say. You're a cheeser though, so it's fine. Let's go bishop f4. But who is AppChess? I haven't heard about him before. How old is he? Definitely gonna check his channel out after the stream, guys. AppChess. Cool name. Your name is Chess, not Cheese. Ah, yeah, indeed. I mispronounced your name. I thought it was Cheeser Gamer. Wow. I guess you're right that you've been cursed with the Cheeser Gamer. So in that case, I'm not the only one who's mispronounced it then. Yeah, I don't know, somehow automatically you see two letters in a row and then you think it's cheese, yeah? Ooh, f5 is a very interesting move, though. It looks more weakening than interesting. Let's try g5, claiming that the e5 square is now permanently weak. And I'll be trying to use it. No worry, 50 of the people curse me with cheese. Glad to hear that I'm not the only one suffering from the issue. He was just about to type, what's Cheeser Gamer? What's Chesser? Oh, yeah. So confusing, Cheeser and Chesser. Well, let me share an emote, guys. This is an emote I created myself a few days back. Let's go rook c1. Let's go rook c1, get the rook into the game. Redeemed, I say something in Russian. Всем привет, я надеюсь, те, которые с нами недавно, вам пока что нравится стрим. Как-то я пробовал сыграть гроб, и как-то позиция совсем нормальная, в общем. Похоже некоторые на каталан. Только пешка на g5, не знаю, что пешка на g5 делает, но еще противника дал поле на e5. Это потенциально очень сильное поле для меня. Как мы дальше будем играть, друзья? Ну, давайте попробуем e3, ладно, пусть и будет. Right, that was some Russian for you. What if Russia invade US? That would make me very proud. Okay, I shouldn't say that. AP is me. I'm slightly weaker than you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, and best of luck with your stream. Ah, nice. Wait, how are you AP Chess? Do you have two names on... what's it called? Do you have two names? Yeah, I don't get... Do you have two Twitch accounts, AP Chess? Americans would be speaking Russian, drinking vodka the way they should be. Let's try knight b5 using the weak d6 square. Trying to place a knight on the d6 square. If my opponent will take on d4, I think I'll take back with the pawn, so that I have an open e-file to use the weak pawn on e6. The backwards pawn created by my opponent pushing f5. I really don't like him pushing f5, that's for sure. You have two accounts on Twitch, yeah. Ah, nice, nice. What's your feed rating, the Almented Soul? Let's go knight. I also have, yeah, I think knight c7 is even better. e5, there is the move knight e6, and here I can definitely take on e6 and pre-move a capture in f8. And now my opponent is unfortunately completely lost. I'll take on c5, with the idea of taking on d5 next, perhaps. Yeah, now my opponent blundered the exchange, which is unfortunate for him, I guess, but a bit fortunate for me. That's the thing with chess. What's unfortunate for your opponent is fortunate for you. Takes on b2, okay, let's go rook c2, I guess. I mean, it's good that he took a pawn. For him, I guess. Let's try and push d6 next. If he goes rook d7, then I have pawn takes e7. Somehow his knight on c6 is undefended, so I have queen d5, threatening my opponent's knight as well as his king. He moves his king, but in the process gives up the knight, so I'm happy to take it. No problem. Ah, you're not a strong player, but like to play, aha. Thank for the raid of 6 ape chess. You have 6. What do you mean you have 6, Lemus Christian? Is it my turn? Yeah, it's my turn, by the way. Let's go knight e5. Get a knight into the game next. We also have ideas of rook takes c5 now, followed by d7, using my strong d pawn. Let's analyze this game briefly. Try and see what happened here. Alright, guys, this is I tried to be a good comedian, so I played g4 first move. Am I a pro? Soon, not yet. Thank you, PN2206, for the encouragement. Soon I'm a pro. Here the thing is, with after bishop takes g4, you go c4, and this is okay. It's definitely not good, but it's a bit unclear. e6. The idea after queen b3 is that you're threatening the pawn on d5 as well as the pawn on b7. Hey Brooke, thank you. Thank you for tuning in, and see you later, my good friend Ahmed. Yeah, I was also skyping with a good friend of mine, Ahmed. I'd say any titled player is a pro. I see PN2206, I see. Yeah, you can say that if you want. That's completely fine. Yeah, e6, knight take on b7. And okay, this position is very unclear. There is a very nice trick which I would like to mention here, which will win you many games actually. c6 will go queen b3, people will go e6, and if you take on d5, they now need to take with the e pawn, but definitely you'll have some people trying to take with a c pawn, and then you'll have queen a4, guys, which is a fork on the opponent's king, as well as on the opponent's bishop on g4. This is one of the only tricks in the grab, really. See you, bro, nice. Yeah, see you, Grizzly Magnum. Thank you for tuning into the stream. d4, and somehow my opponent didn't really play in the most direct way, so he didn't really punish me for going g4, and I got a completely normal position. And then here we have a very instructive move the computer suggested, h5, using the fact that I've gone g4, g5. Now it looks a bit weakening, really, like the f5 square is something my opponent wins, for instance, so h5 is a good way to use the fact that g4 has been played. Bishop f4. f5 I didn't like so much, because after g5, my opponent has permanently weakened the square on e5. You sent a challenge. If you do not see it, could you send a challenge to me? Okay, Doug and CH, I will. Who likes Minecraft? I don't know, Lemus Christian. My sisters, I guess. Knight d7, rook c1. Yeah, just getting the rook into the game. Very logical move. So I tried e3, defending the bishop on f4. In some variations, and here c5 is very weakening, even though yes, this is sometimes the move you want to go for as striking in the center, but now it allows knight b5, and I'm able to use the weak d6 square as well as the weak square on c7. Here my opponent played even slower with a6, but this only helps my knight reach its destination, and here I went knight c7, which is already very bad for my opponent, because this is a fork on the rook on a8 as well as the pawn on e6, and my opponent chooses to defend against the first thing mentioned, but after I get to take on f8, I'm simply up on exchange for no reason, and my opponent's king is also weakened. So winning this position was no problem for me, and here my opponent even went knight c6, after which queen d5 is a fork on the king as well as on the knight. And then I was just up an entire rook, and my opponent soon resigned. Alright, we've got the challenge of PN 2206. That is very strange, Doug and CH. I'm not getting your challenges. I guess I'll try and challenge you on leeches in that case. Been watching since the start of the stream. Hey, PN 2206. I'm glad to hear that. Really glad to hear that one. Ah, you too, Lemus Christian. Glad to hear that as well. Let's try and challenge Doug. There he is. There he finally sent his challenge. Alright, guys. He wanted to play against me for such a long time and finally is going to get the honor. Let's go. Let's try the Dutch. The Dutch, okay, it weakens the king, it moves the f-pawn, does everything you shouldn't do, but still it's a very fun opening to play. Nevertheless, let's go knight f6. Here he goes for the London system against the Dutch, which really isn't the most ambitious way to approach it all. I'm great, thank you so much for the encouragement, Lemus Christian. Glad to hear that. Let's go b6 with the idea of bishop b7. This is how Simon Williams, in his course on Chessable, encourages people to play the Dutch. To play against the London. Let's go bishop b7. Surprisingly, after castles, he recommends the move bishop d6. I can pre-move a capture on d6. And then the idea is to go d5, knight e4, castles, rook f6, and then push g5 and claim that you're attacking your opponent. So let's go d5 here. The idea is very clear, knight e4, rook f6 next, g5. That is all I want. Trying to generate an attack on the king side, guys. Hoping to be slightly successful at least. What happens if you don't castle? What do you mean? If white or black doesn't castle? Lemus Christian, if you mean if white doesn't castle, then their king can be a bit exposed in the center. Or what do you... White, yeah. You think that by not castling, white can hope to avoid the attack? My opponent has made a move I didn't notice. Let's go knight e4. The thing is, I have a d pawn now, so this is, I guess, a better version of, what's it called? The stone wall Dutch, that's the one. Because I have a pawn here, which I can push to d6 in order to kick out my opponent's knight from g3. If he goes f3, then he's weakened the square on g3, which I will gladly use for my knight. And also, after his rook moves, I will have the move d6, and my opponent will have no squares for his knight to go to. And now I'm winning a piece, guys. I'll take notes. I see. What do you mean you'll take notes? On what I'm saying? That's interesting, but sure, your choice, why not? Yeah, this knight on e5 has no squares it can go to. Can't go to g4, c4. Alright, yeah, my opponent tries to open up the position with e4, but it really is to no use when his knight will be taken. I'll take on e5, keep it simple. I could also have taken on e4 for sure, but there is no need to complicate matters as such. Let's take with the f1, I guess. Next, they might even go queen g5, trying to generate some attack. Though taking on e4 wins a pawn, so why not? Yeah, now my opponent unfortunately blunders. I guess I'll take on e4 with a bishop, why not? Yeah, now I'm up 2 entire pieces, guy, and my opponent can safely resign. Guys, sorry. Not the guy. He tries to avoid an exchange of pieces, and also threatens a knight on g3. Well played. Let's go queen d3. Defending the knight on g3. I hung a pawn on e6, but I don't think it really matters when I'm up 2 pieces. I might go bishop f5 next, I'm not sure. Yeah, if he goes knight a3, then maybe queen d2, there is queen takes g3, yeah, so we need to be a bit careful. But anyways, I'm 2 pieces up, so this should be winning pretty easily. Let's go king h8. Oh, snap. And now I have rook f1 ideas next, coming up. If he will try and attack my rook with queen e7, I have the move knight c6 with a tempi, because then my rook on a8 will defend the queen here. Rook f1 now, there is king h2, and I'm not sure what I achieve exactly. So I will just develop with knight c6. Because if I then go rook takes e1, there will be queen c8, followed by a very nasty back rank checkmate, which I would prefer to avoid, of course. Okay, this move I really didn't expect. Let's see what to do here. Yeah, now I can just take on d2 if I want, why not? Okay, the bishop on e4 is threatened, so let's be very fancy and defend it indirectly with queen takes b2. If rook takes e4 now, guys, then I will take my opponent's rook on a1. So I think I should go rook a d1, but okay. I'm still 2 pieces up nevertheless. I should maybe not focus on it that much and instead just try and find the best moves, so I do not get too distracted. Let's go bishop g6. The bishop is defended here by the pawn. So it's not a loose piece, because it's a bit risky to have a couple of loose pieces. The knight on c6 is undefended, however. Let's go rook d8, trying to trade off some material, which is a fairly logical thing to do when you're off material, because then it is in your favor to trade. Alright, my opponent tries to take on a7, but he realizes that he's made a mistake. Let's take on a7, because this is a free rook, which I will gladly take. Yeah, rooks are to be taken. He goes for e7 ideas. Fair enough. Let's try and play rook d3. Sure. If e7, I'll have to go rook e8. Yeah, I know Lemes Christian, a couple of people have left, which is unfortunate here. Now I have queen f2, followed by queen takes here, rook f1. And it will be a checkmate shortly. And there's no way to stop queen takes g2 because they have so many more pieces than my opponent. It is Lemes Christian, it's a sad life, but you're happier here. I'm glad to hear that, Lemes Christian, glad to hear that. Let's analyze this game. This is what Simon Williams recommends against the London system. Dutch. And I think yeah, f3 is weakening, and also yeah, it also loses tactically because I have d6 trapping my opponent's knight. So I think f3 is a bit of a weakening move in general. Though at some point it can make sense, I guess, because if I'm not able to go knight g3 and use this square on g3, then okay, well, it can get ideas of e4, getting the center. But I was pretty happy with my position. Good game, you blundered the rook. You did indeed, Dagon TH. And here I'm just up an entire piece, and I don't think it's too interesting from here. And now I'm up 2 pieces. And now I'm up 2 pieces and I think the main point is that f3 was weakening, and before that it was a completely normal position. Let's play another game, guys, against PN 2206, I guess. What funky openings can I try this time? What to try, guys? What to try? Oh wait, let me just go to the game. Ooh, let's try the bird. The bird for the win, guys. The bird for the win. This is dope. Actually, there is a very strong player in Norway, or a decent player at least. Lars Oskar Hauge, with a feeder rating of nearly 2,500. In December, his rating exceeded 2,500. But anyways, he plays the bird. So why don't I try playing the bird? Let's bishop e2. Castle next. Yeah, it's very funny because you know the bird. It's the bird's the bird. The bird. What does Peter Griffin say? Anyway, something like this. But yeah, f4 is generally weakening, so I don't really recommend playing like this. d3. White's idea is to play for the e4 pawn break. I also have ideas of knight h4, maybe taking the bishop pair. Maybe. I've also seen people play stuff like b3, bishop b2 here. This is also one way to play the bird. So I'll try and play it as a Dutch and go for the e4 pawn break. Let's try knight c3. Yeah, the knight on c6 blocks for the c pawn, so I don't think to move knight c6 is the most accurate one. Let's try queen e1 with the idea of indirectly supporting e4. What to try next? Let's go for knight e5. Then the idea is bishop f3 followed by e4. Taking space in the center. Wow, my opponent takes here, interesting. Let's take on d5. Now I think I have a pretty good position, because if pawn takes d5, then there is rook takes f5. So I suspect my opponent should take on e5, then I take on e7 and go e4 with the bishop pair, as well as some attacking potential as well. Let's take here, go e4. Yeah, I can pre-move e4 because he has to recapture on e7. If queen c5, then I'm not very scared. I don't really see the point. Let's develop the bishop e3. Get a bishop out into the game, and also this bishop on e3 covers a lot of squares. Now I can further continue my initiative with queen g3, threatening bishop takes h6, as well as the knight on e5. So now my opponent has to make some kind of confession, as we say. You know, my opponent unfortunately blunders on e5. And now I'm up an entire piece, and my opponent has no compensation at all. Next I might want to go bishop c5, for sure. Yeah, I mean, especially when my opponent blunders a piece, yeah, I get even stronger attacking potential. Let's go queen g3. If the bishop moves, I'll be able to take on h6, which I am able to. Because the pawn is now pinned, if pawn takes h6, this is illegal due to queen takes g8, which isn't possible. Let's have a look at this game, because it seems as if the bird was indeed a very crushing opening here. 3-3. I mean, I've looked a little bit at the Dutch setup with e3. Just imagine you had 50k views in live. Yeah, that would be nice, Lemus Christian. That's what we go for. You always blunder pieces in blitz. Maybe, possibly. Yeah, I tried going for, I mean, Simon Williams teaches the Dutch as as black, and then he suggests the setup with e3, or for black it would be e6, which is, but for white it becomes the same thing, yeah, with a tempi up. Yes, I can, Lemus Christian, sure, why not? I castled, and okay, b3 is the most common way to play this, with the idea of bishop b2. I decided to go d3 and try and execute the e4 pawn break. And here the computer discusses a completely normal move, knight h4, using the fact that this bishop has no squares now, and castles, and white will always be able to take this bishop when they would feel like it and claim the bishop pair. However, something I would like to mention is that knight takes f5, right away pawn takes f5, is a bit risky, because the pawn on e3 is a backwards pawn. Also, letting black recapture with the e pawn on f5 enables black to control the e4 square to an even greater degree. This is why I would hesitate taking on f5. Tried playing it like normal English, and here I think I should go knight e5 without spending a tempi on queen e1. Queen e1, while it's a typical move in the Dutch is okay. I mean, I could wait with it and play it next move maybe, but first go knight e5. Knight h6. My opponent took on e5, which I think is a decent decision. But unfortunately, my opponent was not so careful with tactics here. And after knight d7, he allowed me the tactical shot knight takes d5, where white wins a pawn, or gets a pretty strong initiative, as in the case of knight takes e5. As in the position after e4. Yeah, actually here I was inaccurate. I allowed bishop g4, trading off the bishop pair, which is something I often discuss, that the bishop pair, often in a pretty open position, it's an advantage, because the one with the bishop pair, the bishop on which color the opponent's bishop isn't, so in this square, the dark squares, have the potential to become very weak, because white pretty much has one piece, which is almost an extra piece. However, on the light squares, it's not really the same case if you have the bishop pair, because you have one bishop which can defend the squares. This is why it's often a good idea to trade off the bishops, because now, after I trade off, I have no minor piece controlling the light squares. Still, I have decent attacking potential and everything, but as a matter of principle, trading off a bishop is good when your opponent has the bishop pair. Yeah, after bishop e3, just a very solid advantage. I was able to play queen g3 with a solid initiative. The computer even finds the move queen c3, which is of course much better, with the idea of queen takes e5, as well as bishop c5. And now if my opponent goes knight d7 to defend against the idea of bishop c5 and defend his knight, I can calmly take a pawn on c7, rook here, knight take on b7, rook takes c2, and I will be a pawn up, as well as having the bishop pair, so this is why white has a huge advantage here. Unfortunately, my opponent blundered a piece, and then he went bishop f7, letting me take on h6. Alright everyone, I hope you enjoyed the simul so far. I'm pretty hungry, so I think I'll end it. Who should I raid, guys? Who to raid, that's the question. Let's go to Twitch and find someone to raid. Who to raid, guys? Both as live, okay, I can potentially do that. That's an option. What other channels do we have? Anna Cromling, yeah, that's interesting. Oh, Yellow Crocs, this is a good friend of mine. I guess I'll raid a friend this time. Yeah, I guess I'll raid my friend Yellow Crocs. Anna Cromling. Yellow Crocs, let's see how it is. Yeah, that's interesting. Oh, Yellow Crocs, this is a good friend of mine. It's so strange when I have the Twitch turned on. Let's get it off, guys. 1, 2, 3. Anyways, I think I wrote. I guess I'll raid a friend this time. Alright, everyone. I guess enjoyed my